Peace and blessings to the tribe. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Remember they said it, and I'll be speaking on it. I am Mr. Telescope. You are not watching Telescope channel. So, it gets straight into this premium black news. You know what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Just taking my little afternoon walks. It's always good to keep that heart pumping, you know what I'm saying? Leg work, get the wind right, you know. As a brother Sub-Zero would say, you know, wake up, work out, work for yourself. But yeah, just getting straight to this news. I do want to talk about the Carmelo Anthony case once again, mainly because I feel like I approach the situation on more so of a physical aspect and an upfront aspect for, like, you know, for what it is, right? Because I kind of covered it when it first came out. I just didn't upload the video, which I got to tighten up on that because I feel like I have been slacking. Like, I knew this was going to be news because the child thing had just happened. Like, I believe Child had just got his verdict, and then Carmelo was coming up to get his verdict. So once he actually got his verdict, I finished up the video. So I knew that it was going to be a big topic. Everybody's going to be talking about it. I don't know why I didn't just upload it. It's just like I had so much stuff going on. Life was life, you know what I'm saying? But furthermore, I felt like I feel like I didn't approach this situation. I didn't approach the situation in a spiritual aspect. I approached it from a physical, and I do want to approach it in a spiritual aspect. I'm gonna say this: if I'm approaching this situation from a spiritual asset, if I'm approaching this situation from a spiritual aspect, then everything in this case kind of aligned, like 777, 444. Everything kind of aligned for this brother to be great, right? He not only before he had a 3.7 GPA. I believe the Metcalf kid had a 4.0 or something like that, but he was a troublemaker. This was literally the biblical story of David and Goliath. Though somebody lost their lives, right? And some families have heard about this. This was literally a spiritual story, and obviously we can't understand what the Most High, you know, has planned for us. You know, some people gonna leave, and then people gonna be like, you know, why I gotta be my family? Some people gonna go through things and be like, damn, I wish it didn't have to be my family. But in this situation, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, it was literally like a David and Goliath story. And whatever this kid, you know, had planned for himself, whether it was college, you know, whether it was working a desk job, whether it was going to work for McDonald's. He was said to already had a work ethic. He worked 2 jobs. He was said to already have a work ethic, so we know that he wasn't going to be a bum or no shit like that. So whatever he had planned for himself, the Most High had other plans for him. And the reason I say that is because everything kind of aligned for the situation that surrounded him to be great. Even though somebody lost their life, you can still see a light at the end of the tunnel, because we can't play God and we can't understand a lot of decisions that God makes for our lives. Who knows that obviously it was God called Austin Metcalf home. Like, it was his time, right? Beyond the racist stuff, beyond the black and white, it was that young man's time. You know what I'm saying? God calls him home, right? And when you look at the situation surrounding, you know, Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, it makes it so much more prolific, so to speak, right? If you watching the small details, like he had a 3-inch knife. He pierced a part of his chest that literally took this young man out. It was damn near like a luck blow. It was a luck blow. That's what it really was. Because it obviously wasn't intentional on purpose, because once he found out that the dude was on the ground and poked up and unalive, he went back to the scene crying and was like, you know, is he okay? This kid had empathy for what he had just done. He didn't really try to do that, right? Bro, how God worked, bro, you look at Bob Marley. I mean, I don't think that was God, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It was his time. Like, people was playing God, you know what I'm saying? But something happened with his toe. You know what I'm saying? He had the whatever you want to call it in his toe. You know what I'm saying? And he passed away. Like, you can get poked in the side, bro, and just be unalive. You know what I'm saying? So, in this situation, I think that and I be trying to choose my words carefully. That's why y'all see me pausing a lot, because it's a touchy situation. I don't want to just go, you know what I'm saying, scorched earth balls deep into a situation like this and just sound ignorant, bro, because I feel like a lot of people are sounding ignorant. It is a black and white thing, yeah, as far as the sentencing and stuff like that, but I'm talking about the whole depiction of what happened, you know, the scenery, whether or not the kid was getting bullied or not, you know. That's like, you know what I'm saying, that's a whole another topic. I'm talking about the kid losing his life and then another kid pretty much losing his life, because he got 35 years. But what came out of this situation, right? So I dive in depth and I go a little bit deeper on this situation. Okay, he got 35 years, but is that really the end of his life? Yeah, he can get appeal and he can appeal. He probably can get they're talking about getting a new trial, right? People raising the money to get him a new trial, which that's a whole nother topic about the whole raising the money, the Charleston White stuff. That's a whole nother topic that we gonna get into, because like this is a situation that you can't be talking about this for days. Like all of the gang politics and, you know, talking about, you know, Sporty Face losing his page and getting his page shot down or whatever. All of the other stuff, the no jumper news, and that shit can wait. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you can't be talking about for days, if not weeks on end. This dude got 35 years. Is he gonna be okay in prison? My opinion, he's gonna be fine in prison. He's gonna be protected in prison. He's probably gonna be somebody that has, like, you know, say so and pull in prison, especially once you start to get to know the laws of the land, you know, because somebody gonna lace them up. Everybody ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is not a messed up more effort in there, you know what I'm saying? Some people is gonna like lace them up, like, look, bro, don't do this, don't do that, you know, don't mess with this, don't mess with that, you know? And he was already a smart kid, so I think he gonna move around the board pretty swiftly, if you ask me. The most important thing is when he gets out, right? If he appeals after 5 years, maybe even 2 years, or if he has a retrial and they take this date, you know what I'm saying? They pardon this brother. You know, if this case get that big and they pardon this brother, or he has a retrial and then he beats the case on the second time, this brother is gonna possibly be, you know, a martyr, somebody that can actually speak on the injustice that's going on in the country. You know what I'm saying? That's going against black people and things of that sort. It's gonna be a rally behind this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he foreseen his life being that. From the time that he saved the life. If you guys ever watched the movie, most of you guys ever watched the movie with it's called Donnie Darko. It's an older movie, you know what I'm saying? It's like 1999, I think. It's an older movie, but it's with the I think his name is Matthew McConaughey. I'm not sure. It's a popular actor for sure though, and a lot of people got their start in that movie. You should go check it out. It's called Donnie Darko. But the premises of the movie is about this kid who has these sporadic, behavioral issues. He sleepwalks, things of that sort. And on one night, he happened to be taking his medication and he sleepwalked, and he went to this golf course. But when he went to the golf course, a plane crashed into his house. And from there, after the plane crashed into his house, he was supposed to be in that room. He was supposed to be unalive that night, right? But he wasn't, because he sleptwalked and sporadically went to the golf course, right? So now, the movie, I'm not gonna tell you the whole movie, but now the movie pretty much come full circle. The Grim Reaper is like visiting him, telling him like, he's in a time loop, telling him like, look, you got 23 days to make this right. Like, you're supposed to be, unalive. So, long story short, movie spoiler, he sacrifices himself for the love of the people that he care about and he loves. And then everything goes back to normal. But that's the same thing that happens here. That's the same exact thing that happens in this situation with Carmelo Anthony. He saved somebody's life and wound up getting his life taken, right? Should he had not saved that life? I'm not God. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me to say. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Y'all see that? I'm not God though. It's not for me to say. But what I will say is, I don't think he should have gotten on 35 damn years. But it can all, like I said, man, it can all be in God's plan. Like, this is such a tricky situation. Such a tricky situation, like, to the point where when you, like I said, when you dive in depth, you got to think that, like, yo, this was meant to be. Like, dude was a good kid. You know what I'm saying? A 3-inch knife can take somebody else's life, and then you could be doing 35 years. I mean, a blow, the right blow to the head, and then somebody, you know what I'm saying, hit the head on the floor the right way, you could be doing life in prison. You know what I'm saying? For, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, whatever you want to call it. You can catch an M1 like that, because it probably was premeditated. Like, just, it's so many outcomes that can happen by you, by you actually doing something to harm another person. So it is a sticky situation. And like I said, I'm not gonna really get too much into depth on that. My thing was more so the optics of, him getting the time, and, him, you know what I'm saying, the way that the dude, got unalive, the people that's rallying around him. He has millions of people that surround him. And like I said, the support, people sending him money. He is a grown-ass man. I believe he's 20 now. I think this case happened when he was 17, but I believe he's 20 now. You know what I'm saying? He's a grown-ass man, bro. And I think that, I don't know if he was out on bail or if he was inside of the system. Because if he was inside of the county jail, that gave him time to kind of like get some prison IQ, get some chain gang IQ, things of that sort. Oh, y'all, look, it's a big-ass snapper turtle right here. Hold on, let me show y'all something. So, man, there y'all have it, bro. I interrupted the whole, interview, the whole little knowledge, me dropping knowledge. I interviewed the whole thing of me dropping gems just to show y'all that I do love nature. I mean, it was sporadic. I can't, control it. I do love nature. I love everything that's around us. It's beautiful to know that God created all of these things just for us to enjoy, the Most High, whatever you want to call it, Yahshua, whatever you want to call it, whatever your faith and you believed in, it is a higher being and a higher power outside of ourselves. If you don't believe that, I'm pretty sure you're lost in this world. But I will say this, man. Happy Father's Day to all the people that celebrated Father's Day. There's good fathers out there, even for the bad fathers out there, or considerably called bad fathers. You still a father. I salute you and appreciate y'all coming to watch this channel and coming to watch this video. I won't make this too long. If you want to watch more of this type of content, I'm going to post a video of this type of content entirely within itself, by itself, on my page, so you'll be able to go watch the Father's Day with Mr. Telescope. But yeah, my wife did some nice things or whatever, she know I love nature. We went to go see a lot of stuffed pretty much animals, which may sound a little bit contradictory, but I mean, God put the stuff on the earth for us to exhibit, for us to feed off of, and for us to admire. So this is a little bit what I did. I see my daughter right here. This is a little bit what I did. I did not know that I was going to go do this. That's why I was dressed the way that I was dressed. I thought we was probably going out to eat or something like that, or just going to go kick it, go to the mall, or go buy a couple of things. But we actually did something that I love to do. We got out in nature. Appreciate you guys coming to watch the channel. We're going to get right back into it because I don't want to distract y'all from the video and the problem at hand. But more than less, remember, man, they said, I'm speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope. Now watch Telescope channel. Telescope. Let's get back to this video. Yeah, man, I love the nature. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to the story. So he could have, like, in my opinion, right? He could have been in a situation where he's 20 years old. He's getting his IQ up because he possibly is finna go to the chain gang. So people gonna lace him up and tell him, like, hey, look, man, you do this, you don't do that. You do this, you don't do that, Just giving them pointers and things of that sort. That could have easily helped him, navigate the prison system or things of that sort. But I think he was out on bond. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was out on bond. So if he's out on bond, maybe a family member is telling him some things like, hey, man, look, these do's and don'ts. If you happen to get this time, bro, you're looking at some time. So, if you happen to get this time, these do's and don'ts if you go up that road. Unfortunately for him, he happened to lose trial. They gave him 35 years, and he went up the road. Now, it's two things that I found like real spooky about the case. Well, really, it's multiple things I found spooky about the case. From the lawyer to how when he got sentenced, like they didn't even try to downfile the charges, but how when he got sentenced, it's like they had no mercy for this young man. But it's like when he got sentenced, the day he got sentenced, he was shipped up to the prison already. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's how you know either he is a political prisoner, I say that, using my words kind of a little bit careful, but either he's a political prisoner, or when he get in there, people gonna rally around him. He gonna have some motion. He gonna have some motion for sure. People gonna definitely rally around him and try to protect him. And I think that they don't want any race wars going on in the prison. Because I feel like if somebody touched a young man, from the Chico side, the white side, there's gonna be problems. Even if it's like a coon ass nigga that, try to extort him for his money or try to grape him or something like that, I feel like they gonna get it too. So I'm pretty sure, like I said before my last video, man, Texas normally stand on square business. I don't think that nobody gonna let nothing happen to the dude because of the symbolism around him. Like, this ain't just no any nigga, you feel me? Like, the symbolism around him that, like, you know, if this dude actually makes it out, people gonna have stories like, yeah, I was locked up with Carmelo Anthony, or like, he told me what happened, and we protected dude, and people gonna have stories rallying around this young man. Not only that, like I said before, he gonna get out and be wiser. He gonna know the law. He gonna know the ins and outs of the law and how crooked the judicial system can be. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have a whole new outlook on life. It's probably, in my opinion, it's gonna revolutionize him. And you know what I'm saying? He gonna have a bitter taste in his mouth for sure, but it's gonna revolutionize him for the better. Right? In my opinion. But the one thing I'm not understanding is the sending the money, all the sending the money to the mama and the daddy. He's 20 years old, bro. Like, y'all can, you know what I'm saying, send him the bread, or if it's too much money to send, because I know certain places you can only have so much money. Certain places you can't have too much bread on your books. You can only get a certain amount, you know what I'm saying, each month. So I say, find a way to make an account for the brother or something like that. But like sending all of the money to the mama and the daddy, then people saying that they misusing it, and he 20 years old. Like, send the money to have him get an attorney. Send the money to his attorney, which will then give it to an accountant and have them running the funds. That way it's set in stone. It's legal. But if he's telling everybody to, like, send the money to his parents, you can't get around that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, your mama and daddy is the only ones you can trust, but a lot of the times we think that we can trust the people that's close to us and those people that screw us over. That type of money, bro, like millions of dollars, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, and he locked up, but they sending the money for him. I don't think that, the mom and daddy should be, presiding over that type of money, because they're going to spend it on what they, what they want. Oh, damn, I want this car, this is a nice car, this is a nice house. They already started off wrong to begin with. From what we heard, they was buying, like big ass houses and shit like that, living beyond their means off of the detriment of their son. So that's the only thing that I find distasteful with the parents. And I don't want to talk bad about them, because I really don't. Too many facts ain't really come out about that either, so I really don't want to talk bad about them. I don't want to say anything disparaging about them. You know what I'm saying? Salute to their family. Hope their son get freedom. But yeah, I think attorney and an accountant should be dealing with that money. I don't think that the parents should be dealing with that type of money. If motherfuckers is sending him $500,000, they could pay for an attorney and an accountant to manage that money and preside over that money. And they send the money there, and then that attorney and that accountant reach out to Carmelo, whether they sending him money every month, you know what I'm saying, his attorney reaching out to him, his attorney handling his finances, and sending the money and stuff like that. Talk to keeping in touch with the accountant. Carmelo is able to keep up in touch with the accountant to make sure that, the cross-reference, make sure that the attorney is not stealing anything. And, you know what I'm saying, I think it should go like that, you know what I'm saying. But that's just me, you feel me? Who am I? What do I know? I'm just Mr. Telescope. Remember, they said it, now we speaking on it. Telescope, no.